Uncle Charlie was right. He was just about, 50 years too early, if you will. All right, we joke around with the MSM family. It's a take on the Manson family. It's a whole big, just tongue-in-cheek thing. But I am very interested in the whole Charles Manson fucking murder sprees. I've done a lot of reading on it. I enjoy it. To me, it's a very interesting read, especially being from the law enforcement world. And one of our sponsors, Old School Iron, Darren actually owns Old School Iron Gym. He was guarding Charles Manson when he was working in the jails. So we had great story to talk about him with. My thing with this is that if you look at the parallels between what Manson was predicting, and he was a fucking madman. He was out of his fucking gourd completely, right? He was predicting what is happening now. But instead of the Manson family and Charles Manson being the guy, it's like Antifa and the deep state with Soros and Rothschild playing the role of the Manson family. If you don't recall, Manson, what he was basically trying to do was saying there was going to be a race war. Now you got to remember, this is during the civil rights era. I was only a fucking baby when this stuff was happening, so I don't have any independent recollection of it, other than my father probably complaining about it watching the news. But that's another story. So Manson was saying there's going to be a race war, and what's going to happen is the blacks are going to rise up against the white elite, and they are going to fucking beat them because they're stronger or whatever. And then when the blacks are the victors and they've killed off so many different white people, the Manson family was going to hide underground out in the desert. They had like these caves in the desert where it was like in Death Valley out there in the California area of it. And he says they were going to rise from the graves after all of that was over, and they were going to take over because he said that black people weren't intelligent enough. This is Manson saying it. Don't fucking point your fucking, your nons at me, all right? He was saying that he doesn't think that they're going to be able to lead, so he's going to show them how to lead, and the Manson family will be like the rulers of the country, the world. I don't even remember exactly what he was saying. It was more US based, if I remember correctly. So that was his whole plan. But then when it didn't happen on its own, that's when the whole Helter Skelter theory kicked into place, where they were trying to make the murders look like Black Panthers were doing it, because Black Panthers, domestic terrorist fucking group in the 60s, Huey P. Newton was the founder, and they were killing people and killing cops, and I liken BLM to them, and even, Hawk Newsom, I think that's his name, the New York guy, he says they're like the Black Panthers, so that's their own words, not even mine. That's just been my theory from day one. Black Panthers, Black Liberation Army, Black Lives Matter, I put them all under the same umbrella. Manson was trying to make it look like the Black Panthers did it by writing Piggy in blood, and they put a paw print. It was like the Black Panthers calling card, I guess, if you will. So he was trying to get the police to blame the Black Panthers for the fucking Tate LaBianca murders, because things weren't kicking into gear when he needed it to. Now, obviously, that's the prosecution's theory. He got convicted on it, as did all the other people in the Manson family. He's always claimed that was a bunch of horse shit. Like I said, when he was alive, he got nuttier every fucking interview you saw him. So, to me, what's going on now is Antifa is being controlled and paid for by the deep state. And I'm not a QAnon, I'm a deep state believer, but I'm not a QAnon guy. I don't think there's devil worshipping underground with Hillary drinking distressed teenagers' blood with a sexual pedophilia ring going on. I don't think that's true. I do feel there's a deep state that's run by the far left, which has to do with the Rothschilds, and if you don't know who they are, look them up. And Soros is more of the face, but Rothschilds is the ones that are putting most of the capital in. The Rothschilds have more money than Soros, who's one of the richest men in the world. So they're putting all of this money, and they own so many different media outlets globally. All right, so that's where this far left thing, and it started to kick in once Obama was elected in 2008. And it's gotten worse since then, where now it's culminated with Trump. He fucking put a monkey wrench in their fucking plans. And it's just been a shit show ever since. So you see that all of this stuff that's going on, it's not just fucking coincidental. So now this whole uprising with Black Lives Matter, they use the George Floyd incident. And I don't think the George Floyd incident was fake. I know some people are trying to say it was. I personally think it was a fucking bad shit thing that happened. And it was real. But it was a powder keg, and it's being utilized by the deep state, by the far left, to try to bring a one world order to here. And they're using the black people as their fucking pawns, as their fucking first line, going in to fight and cause civil unrest and start race war and riots and things like that. They're doing exactly what Manson said they're going to be doing. And who's pushing the buttons? These asshole white Antifa cocksuckers being paid, and they're fucking... I've seen them face to face. I've been to these marches. We've gone as a retired cop militia to watch the cops' backs. And I've seen these guys face to face, and I'll even show in a B-roll, one guy came right to my face with, I guess he smelled the pig on me, the retired pig, whatever old pig smells like. And, so you can see these paid antagonists and shit. You can pick them out a fucking mile away if you have half a brain. So Charles Manson was right. He was just decades early on his prediction. So I hope that this doesn't come to what he says it's going to be. But it looks like it's going in that fucking direction, and who the fuck knows where it's gonna fucking end.